In today's video, we're going to talk about how the court system is used to send debtors to jail. This is a topic that I've made several videos on. I've taken a lot of heat about it, where people said you can't go to jail for debt that you owe. And in this video, I'm going to read from an article written by a report written by the ACLU. And in this report, it says how the court system is used by debt collectors to send debtors to jail. So I'm going to read it to you. So this is not my opinion. This is stuff that is happening to people all across America. Now, before I start, my name is Stephen A. Williams. I'm the president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. We've been helping individuals and families repair their credit and increase their scores since 2006. I also have a department in my company that helps individuals and families who have debts to avoid situations like this, because this can cause a lot of pain in families. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through this article. I'm just going to say it how it is, and then at the end I'm going to give you some solutions. So it says here how the court system is used to send debtors to jail. When Americans fail to repay financial obligations, creditors usually hire debt collectors to go after the debtors or sell the debt to companies that specialize in collections. More than 6,000 debt collection firms operate in the United States, collecting billions of dollars each year. These collectors flood small claims in other state courts with lawsuits seeking repayments. Millions of collection lawsuits are filed each year in states and local courts that have effectively become collectors' courts. The majority of cases on many state court dockets are debt collection suits. In many state courts, debt purchasers file more suits than any other type of plaintiff. Debt collection lawyers can file hundreds of suits a day, often with little evidence that the alleged debt was actually owed. Once a lawsuit is filed, the process is stacked against the defendant, the overwhelming majority whom are not represented by an attorney. The collectors have a big advantage in small claims courts, which provide very limited due process protection to debtors. Many courts churn through collection lawsuits with astonishing speed and little scrutiny. Over 95% of debt collection suits end in the favor of the collector, usually because alleged debtors do not mount a defense. In many cases, defendants did not know they have been sued. And, of course, collectors have little incentive to give proper notice to the defendants. Once the collection company has won a judgment, it has multiple methods to collect the money owed. It can seek to have the defendant's paycheck or bank account garnished, seize their car or other personal properties, or record a lien against their personal property. Creditors can, let me move up here. Creditors can also ask courts to require defendants to be in court for post-judgment proceedings. This is where everything starts with this going to jail stuff. At the proceedings, often called judgment debtor examinations, defendants are required to answer questions about their wages, bank account balances, property, and assets. Debt collectors use these responses to take other steps to collect on the judgment. If the debtor does not appear in court for the judgment debtor's exam, creditors can ask the judge to issue a civil warrant for the debtor's arrest. You see that right there. I will highlight that. In the cases the ACLU documented, debtors failed to appear at hearings for various reasons, most often because they did not receive notification of the court date, or even the existence of the lawsuit. Some were unable to appear because of work, child responsibilities, lack of transportation, physical disabilities, illnesses, or dementia. We found 2 cases, the ACLU, in which the debtors missed the hearings because they were terminally ill or died shortly after warrants were issued for their arrest. So now what I'm going to talk about is from experience. I'm not a YouTube content creator who just makes videos, goes out there, looks for information, and then throws up some videos. I've actually dealt with people who were in this same situation. The first thing that I want you to do, if you are being sued by a debt collector, you need to respond to that debt collection lawsuit. You could either do it yourself, you can hire an attorney, or you can come to my company. If you come to my company, we will review it and we will be upfront and honest about how we can help you respond to an original creditor or a debt collector. No one, no lawyer, no service out there, not my company, can guarantee the outcome. We do have good outcomes, and you can go to my website to see those outcomes. The next thing with avoiding, if you have a judgment against you and you are called in for an examination, or you are called to send in an examination report, I just read to you that you need to take that serious, because what they can do if you do not show up for that examination, if you do not respond to that request for an examination, they can put a warrant out for your arrest. Plain and simple. They can put a warrant out for your arrest. And no, you're not being arrested because you owe the debt, because you owe the debt, but the end result is the same thing. Communication is key, because if you keep the communication open, they know what's going on in your life, and that gives you another day that you can try to work something out. If you don't have the money to do anything about the debt, you need to let them know that you don't have the money to do anything about the debt right now. Because if you don't communicate with them, you don't answer the phone, and they're just calling, guess what they're going to think? That you're just trying to avoid paying them. So, if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video What Makes Us Different so you can see my 8-point validation process, my 2-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian credit reports in all 3 scores. If you have debt collectors trying to sue you, taking you to court, or you've had debt collectors that are early in the game trying to send you letters, grab my 3-pack of letters. Let me clarify. If you have debt collectors trying to sue you right now, go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com, and in the live chat, I want you to put a message, and I want you to upload your court summons, and we will contact you. Put your contact information in there. We will give you a call. If you have debt collectors coming after you early, before all of this stuff starts, there's a link below this video so you can grab my 3-pack of letters: statute of limitations letter, debt validation letter, and cease and desist collection activities letter. The instructions are on there clearly for which one you need to use. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel. Post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.